Okay guys, so this phone from OnePlus is actually crazy. It has a huge battery that is very difficult to drain in a single day. Plus the performance of this device is another level. So basically this is OnePlus Nord 6 and I've been testing this device for a few days now. So in this video, we'll do a detailed review and we'll also tell you whether you should purchase this device or not. Now we all know that OnePlus is moving towards performance centric devices. So even in Nord series, you now get a flagship level performance and insane gaming experience. But before talking about everything, if you guys find our video useful, do consider subscribing and also make sure to press the like button. See, I won't be wasting much of time showing you box content. You get almost everything. The phone, a fast charger that supports 80-watt charging, a Type A to Type C cable, documentation, a rubber case matching the phone color and a SIM rejector tool. See, one thing which really impressed me, and that's the pricing of OnePlus Nord 6. Even after the price hike we are seeing, OnePlus still maintains a decent price for OnePlus Nord 6 and haven't cut down on essentials like charger. See, it's a mixed feeling guys. Some are saying it's still overpriced and some are saying it's a good pricing. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys have to say about the pricing of OnePlus Nord 6. With all the offers, you can grab OnePlus Nord 6 8 256GB variant at just 35,999 and 12GB 256 variant at 38,999. This time with OnePlus Nord 6, we only get one storage option which is 256. There's no 512 or 1TB variant. You get three colors: fresh mint, quicksilver and a pitch black. Now first let's talk about two biggest highlight of this device, that is battery and the performance. This time OnePlus have included a massive 9000 mAh silicon carbon battery, which is not a normal thing. In my usage, the device lasted almost 2 days and as said before, it was very hard to drain the battery in a single day. With my regular testing, checking the device, clicking photos, it easily lasted around 48 hours. And with only gaming, I was able to get more than 6 hours of screen on time, which is seriously impressive for heavy usage. Though the charging do take slight more time than OnePlus claims, you can full charge the device in around 90 minutes, but in my testing, it took around 100 minutes. This difference could be due to the hot weather or summer conditions. Another good part is that you also get 27-watt reverse charging, which means your Nord 6 can act as a power bank and charge other devices. And if you buy this phone, you actually don't have to worry about the battery backup at all. Now moving on to the second highlight, that's the performance and gaming. See, this is where OnePlus Nord 6 really performs well. It comes with Snapdragon 8X Gen 4 processor, UFS 4.1 storage, LPDDR5X RAM, though you get USB 2.2. In terms of benchmark, the scores are really good. Initially, we performed all the tests in normal mode, not in high performance mode. So the scores were slightly lower. And while using the high performance mode with Antutu benchmark application, the scores were 22 lag. In CPU throttling, we did notice slight throttling issues. In wildlife extreme tests, the stability was not that great. We got 52.9%. We tested multiple games: BGMI, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. BGMI supports 120 FPS, but with frame interpolation, you can achieve 165 FPS. In BGMI, we got an average FPS of 159 and the gaming experience was ultra smooth. Gameplay stays close to peak FPS most of the time, but barely any noticeable drops during intense fight or movement. Thermals were also controlled. We noticed the temperature going up to 42 degrees Celsius. So BGMI performance is close to perfect on OnePlus Nord 6. In Call of Duty, it supports maximum 144 FPS. And on average, we got around 136 FPS, offering very fluid gameplay during gunfights and fast movements. While testing Call of Duty, the maximum temperature reached 40 degrees Celsius, so throttling is also not aggressive. In Genshin Impact, the game supports 60 frames per second, but again with frame interpolation, you can achieve 120 FPS. And here also, Nord 6 maintained around 120 FPS on average with excellent gaming stability throughout the session. Here also we noticed maximum temperature going around 40 degrees Celsius. Then we tested Wuthering Waves, which supports maximum 60 FPS, and this is most demanding title in test, and it clearly shows the performance number. The game averages around 54 frames per second with noticeable drops going as low as 30 during the intense scene. Frame time spikes indicates visual stutters, especially during compact or heavy effects. While generally gameplay is still playable, it's not as consistent or smooth as other titles. Thermals go slightly higher, which went around 44 degrees Celsius. Also, thanks to the custom Wi-Fi chip, you get around 3x faster internet speed with 5G advanced. In all the gaming tests, I did not notice any kind of latency issues and the experience is very similar to the OnePlus 50. So if you are a hardcore gamer, I would definitely recommend this phone, and you can also do competitive gaming. Now talking about the design, the OnePlus has completely changed the design language of OnePlus Nord series. In particularly, if you consider OnePlus Nord 6, the back design is quite similar to flagship devices like OnePlus 15, 15R and even OnePlus OnePlus 13s. Nord 6 comes with a plastic bag and a polycarbonate frame, but the matte texture doesn't attract fingerprint, especially on the fresh mint color variant that I have. On the front you get crystal guard glass protection, and it comes with IP66, 67, 68 and even 69 key rating. The weight is somewhere around 217 grams, but despite that it's quite slim, around 8.5 mm thickness. It feels very comfortable to hold, the weight distribution is well balanced, and in-hand feeling is solid. In terms of display, the OnePlus Nord 6 comes with a 6.78-inch AMOLED display, full HD resolution, a 165Hz LTPS panel and the brightness of 1800 nits with a peak brightness going up to 3600 nits, and the bezels are very mini. Even outdoor visibility is good. I personally never had any kind of issues using the device under direct sunlight. But guys, don't expect 165Hz in all the application. It supports in some games like BGMI. The optical fingerprint placement is towards the bottom side, and yes, I do miss out to touch the exact position while unlocking the device. This could have been slightly on the top side. See, scrolling feels super smooth while watching content on YouTube, Netflix or Reels. Colors look punchy, not oversaturated, blacks are deeps thanks to AMOLED. You get 4K HDR support on Netflix and YouTube. Sound output is loud and crisp. Up to 100% you get good bass and clear vocals, but OnePlus also gives you an option of 300% volume. And at that level, you can clearly feel distortion with a noticeable drop in clarity and bass quality. Up to 100% audio is clean with good bass. And about the haptics guys, I'm really impressed with the haptic feedback what I have been seeing on OnePlus Nord 6. We do have the support of OHaptic, and this time haptics are really good on Nord 6, very crisp and strong. Till now, I haven't missed out on any call when the device is set on vibration mode. Talking about the software part, we all know how OxygenOS 16 is optimized, but I feel OnePlus should have given a full screen always on display and a seamless AOD on OnePlus Nord 6, which is missing here. But you can enable it easily. I made a dedicated video on that, you guys can check it out. Otherwise, you get the proper animation, Flux theme 2.0, which lets you customize lock screen and home screen. You can enlarge the app icon and add shortcuts. We have OnePlus Talk Dialer with real-time call translation and call summary feature. We have AI features in gallery like AI Eraser, AI Portrait Glow and AI Detail Boost. OnePlus Mindspace is also there, which lets you capture anything on the screen, and for that you have a dedicated plus key. It's also integrated with Google's Gemini 2. We also have other AI features like AI Search, AI Writer, AI Translate and more. In software department, I have only 3 complaints. Seamless always on display is missing, full screen AOD is missing, and the new charging animation is missing. I hope with the upcoming update, OnePlus do add those things. Now talking about the camera, the OnePlus Nord 6 comes with 50 megapixel primary camera with OIS support. Second camera is 8 megapixel ultra wide and a selfie shooter of 32 megapixel supporting autofocus. See, initially I heard a lot that OnePlus Nord 6 camera is not that great, but surprisingly after testing, I noticed OnePlus Nord 6 camera do performs good in some area, and some areas do require some improvement. And here are some of the samples we clicked from OnePlus Nord 6. In daylight, device performs really well. Image comes out sharp with good level of details across the frame. OnePlus has kept that color tuning quite natural. It doesn't oversaturate scenes, which makes a photo look closer to what actually you see. Dynamic range is handled nicely too. Even in tricky lighting with bright skies and darker shadows, the camera balances things well without blowing out highlight. Another strong part is its consistency. Whether you take one shot or multiple shots, the output remains stable and predictable, which is something many mid-range phones struggles. Overall, the main camera is clearly the highlight here. About the portrait mode, these photos we clicked in 50mm. By default, it's set to 50mm when you switch to portrait mode, and this gives a more natural compression and makes subjects look better compared to wider lens. See, the edge detection is quite accurate, but in some photos, I did notice some issues. But complex areas like hair, there the device is doing really well. Skin tones are handled well. The camera avoids excessive smoothing. In some pictures, especially in harsh lighting where exposure can shift a bit, there are slight inconsistency at times, especially in harsh lighting where exposure can shift a bit. In ultra wide, there's a noticeable drop in details, especially near the edges. Also, colors can look slightly less vibrant and a bit flatter. It's usable in good lighting, but not something you'll prefer all the time. Selfies are quite decent overall. In good lighting, you get good details and mostly natural skin tones. HDR helps balance bright background well. There's some smoothing applied, but thankfully it's not too aggressive. You'll still retain details to keep the image looks natural. In 2x, images are still sharp and usable since it's specially a crop from the main sensor. At 5x, you'll start to see a drop in details, but images are still usable in good lighting condition. At 20x, this is more a feature than a practical tool. Detail drops significantly and images looks processed. See, after testing everything, the OnePlus Nord 6 camera feels well balanced. Main camera strong and reliable. Portraits are also good. Slight improvements can be done when it comes to edge detection. Ultra wide decent but not standout. Selfies good for everyday use, and zoom limited beyond 10x. In terms of video recording, rear camera can record 4K 60 fps and front camera can record 4K 30 fps. With the rear camera, video output is really good. It produces sharp and clean footage. Colors looks natural, dynamic range is well handled, and there are no issues when it comes to stabilization. But the front camera does a decent job here. The stabilization is good, but the dynamic range, if you see, it's washed out. Not a big deal, but yes, it do requires improvement. Connectivity wise, we get Wi-Fi 7, NFC, advanced 5G, Bluetooth 6.0, IR blaster, and even Bluetooth calling. So overall, the OnePlus Nord 6 is performance focused phone that delivers where it matters more. You get excellent battery, powerful gaming performance, and smooth everyday experience. The main camera and portraits are solid, while the ultra wide and zoom have some limitation. Even video recording is sharp and reliable from the rear camera. As said, front camera do require slight improvement. So if performance and battery are your priority, this is an easy recommendation. So guys, this was complete review of OnePlus Nord 6 as I've been using this device from past few days. If you guys have any kind of questions, you can let me know in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.